My name is Nima, and I'm 36 years old now. 10 years ago, my older brother passed away, and since we were very close, it hit me hard. For about a year and a half, I used to go to his grave at Behesht-e Sakineh cemetery late at night, alone. I'd spend an hour or two there, crying, reflecting, and feeling a bit lighter before heading back home. Some nights, I'd hear sounds in the cemetery. When I paid attention, I'd notice a few people had come, crying over their loved ones' graves. I'd go to their relatives' graves to pay my respects, and at first, they'd be startled seeing me alone there. But when they saw me read a Fatiha and then go to my brother's grave, they'd come over, read a Fatiha for him, and then quickly get in their cars and speed off. Time passed, and a few years later, the mother of one of my friends passed away. One night late, I went to her grave with a couple of friends and her son. We lit some candles. The weather was completely clear, no wind at all. But after a few minutes, a sudden breeze blew and put out the candles. Everyone said, "Let's go." Since my brother's grave was nearby, I went there, read a Fatiha, and returned to the car. My friends were shaking like leaves when we got back. Sometime later, we went back to the cemetery at night again. Just me, one friend, and the son of the deceased. I parked the car and noticed two black cars parked crookedly near the water fountain. We got out, filled a container with water to wash the grave, and headed toward it. We saw a few chairs arranged around a grave with some lit candles. My friends got a bit scared. When we reached the grave, one of them pulled a knife out of his pocket and placed it on the grave. I told him to put it away, but he said, "Let it stay, I'm really scared." My other friend agreed, saying, "Just let it be." As we were about to leave, we noticed some people in the upper section of the cemetery. We looked closer and saw a few women in white chadors, their veils fluttering slightly in the breeze. There were some kids playing around them, and one or two were even riding bicycles. We thought, it's almost 1 a.m. This isn't the place for kids to be cycling. But I said, whatever, let's just read a Fatiha for my brother and go. When we headed back to the cars, we saw the chairs had been moved around a lot. We figured someone might have come and left. As we walked further, we noticed a white car parked right between the two black cars we'd seen earlier, but no one was around. I thought, how could we not have seen this car before? We didn't hear any engine start or anything. Why would someone move a car when there was plenty of parking space? My friends ran to the car trembling. We went back to my brother's grave, and as I was about to get out, I saw them rushing ahead toward the grave. I called out, "Guys, wait, let's go together." When we got there, they didn't even sit to read a Fatiha. They just tapped the gravestone and begged, "Nima, please, let's go." I said, "All right," and we got in the car to head home. I drove slowly through the cemetery, looking to see if that family was still there, but there was no sign of them. The three cars were still in their spots, and there was no one else in that section except us three. My friends started pleading, "Step on it, let's get home." So I sped up and drove home. When we arrived, the son of the deceased rushed inside. Just as I was about to drive back to the cemetery to figure out what we'd seen, my friend called out, "Nima! Nima!" I stopped and said, "What?" He said, "I swear on your brother's soul, don't go back to the cemetery." I was frustrated and said, "Why'd you have to swear like that? I just wanted to see what was going on, but since he swore on my brother's soul, and my brother means so much to me, I didn't go back." I stayed up all night thinking about what we saw. Later, they started locking the gates of Behesht-e Sakineh at night, and since I'm busy with work during the day, I couldn't go back to figure out what happened. Whenever I think of my friend Eunice, who stopped me that night, I jokingly say, "Eunice, damn you for not letting me go back." I'm mentioning his name here so he knows I still remember him, especially since I haven't heard from him in a long time and don't know where he is. This story is completely true and happened to me. My friends know I'm the type who won't believe anything unless I see it with my own eyes, but I was there for this one. Best regards, Nima.